ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪ੍ਰਗਟਿਆ ਮਿਟੀ ਧੁੰਦ ਜਗ ਚਾਨਣ ਹੋਆ। ਜਿਉਂ ਕਰ ਸੂਰਜ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਤਾਰੇ ਛਪੇ ਅੰਧੇਰ ਪਲੋਆ। With the emergence of Nanak, the fog of spiritual ignorance lifted, and the world was enlightened. As with the rising of the sun, the stars fade away, and darkness is dispelled. Suni pukar datar prabh, Guru Nanak jag mein pathaya। The benefactor Lord listened to the cries of humanity and sent Guru Nanak to this world. ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਪਈ ਸਗਲੇ ਜੁਗ ਅੰਤਰ, ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ। The glorious greatness of Guru Nanak is manifest throughout all the ages. ਕਲਯੁਗ ਬਾਬੇ ਤਾਰਿਆ, ਸਤਨਾਮ ਪੜ ਮੰਤਰ ਸੁਣਾਇਆ। Baba Nanak liberated this dark age of Kali-yuga and recited the mantra of Satnam for one and all. It's been a little over 1,000 years since the light of the divine revealed itself in the form of Guru Nanak. It was from the thousands of years of the cry of humanity that the Creator Lord took mercy upon the afflicted and created the path of Nanak that would serve for time eternal to lead mankind out of their misery and restore it back to its divine source. Nanak was born through Shabad Guru, for Shabad was God Himself, and the Shabad was itself the Guru of Nanak and of all other 9 Nanaks that followed. Shabad Guru Surat Tun Chela. The Shabad is the Guru, upon whom I lovingly focus my consciousness. I am the Chela, the disciple. The significance of this milestone as we commemorate 550 years since the advent of Guru Nanak is the same as it was 550 years ago, to continue to remind us that we are still in the darkness of spiritual ignorance if we are still not connected to what He came to reveal to us. Shabad Guru, the values, principles and virtues of Ik Onkar, the one Creator Lord. The gospel of Shabad Guru was so profound, so complete and so perfect that mankind continues to remember the one who himself was its physical and spiritual form. Guru Nanak. The impact he had on all and continues to have even today, regardless of faith, status, creed or culture, is testimony to the ultimate truth that Shabad Guru is indeed the path back to our spiritual belonging. Through the revelations of the divine verses of Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Nanak lit that path so that man would no longer have to suffer at the mercy of his mind. It has been 550 years since his coming into our mortal world, 480 since his light merged back into the divine, and 311 since he left us as the 10th Nanak, entrusting us with the eternal guide in the form of Guru Granth Sahib. The question we need to ask ourselves on this milestone that we are blessed to be alive, to be a part of, and to witness is that are we just celebrating him for the moment, or are we contemplating on the Shabad Guru that he left us with as both his spiritual and physical embodiment? Nanak, don't just celebrate his legacy, protect, preserve, and promote his Sikhi through living by example as his ideal Sikh. The Kenya national anthem is not just an anthem but a prayer, much like a national ardas, as it bears similarity to the message of Gurbani, seeking blessings from the one Lord, Kirpa, to bless us through justice and righteous deeds, Shubh Karman. It also asks for the Lord to bless us with prosperity, Dan, calling on one and all to bravely arise to serve one another, Seva, and live in peace and brotherhood, Manas Ki Jaat, to build our country together and reap its fruit. The national anthem concludes with inspiring all to ever fill our hearts with gratitude, Shukrana, for what the Lord has abundantly blessed us with. Daat. The tune of the Kenya national anthem is an African song that is heard in the Pokoma community of Kenya. It is a traditional tune sung by mothers to their children. The Kenya national anthem's lyrics express the deepest convictions and the highest aspirations of the people as a whole, whether one is African or non-African. It is an indisputable unifying factor in the life of the nation. That is why Sikhs remain loyal to Kenya and have served selflessly in all aspects of its development, from pre-independence to post-Uhuru. Its values are similar to that of their Sikhi, and it continues to inspire and empower every generation to serve both country and community with unfailing loyalty to the values it invokes of us. May our beautiful country continue to prosper economically and culturally, and Sikhs build themselves the legacy their pioneers have left behind for them to build on. God bless Kenya. ज्यों तो प्रेम खिलन का चाओ, सिर तड़तली गली मुरियाओ, इत मार्ग पैर तरीजै, सिर दीजै कान न कीजै. If you desire to play this game of love with me, then step onto my path with your head in hand. When you place your feet on this path, give me your head and pay attention to none else. Gagan damama bajyo, paryo nisane kao, khet jo mandyo surma, ab jujan ko dao, sura so pehchaniye, जो लरे दीन के हेत, पुरजा पुरजा कट मरे, कबो न छाड़े खेत. पहला मरण कबूल, जीवन की छड़ आस, हो सबना के रेण का, तो आओ हमारे पास. First, accept death and give up any hope of life. Become the dust of the feet of all, and then you may come to me. The battle drum beats in the sky of the mind. Aim is taken and the wound is inflicted. The spiritual warriors enter the field of battle. Now is the time to fight. He alone is known as a spiritual hero who fights in defense of religion. He may be cut apart, piece by piece, but he never leaves the field of battle. Guru Granth Sahib is the sole source of the strength for the Sikh of Nanak. Every single Shabad is an endless deep ocean of wisdom, and if we study them with love, personal commitment, and single-minded focus, the Guru guarantees that we will ever remain in the highest of spirit, the spirit of Chardi Kala, the spirit to never be overcome by negative, pessimist, and regressive thoughts, words, and deeds that stand in our way of progress towards supreme bliss of mind and soul. These select shabads empower the individual and are only but a drop from the vast, bottomless ocean of virtues and pearls of wisdom that our gurus put together as they were divinely ordained, so that mankind can grow through them to achieve union with their Creator Lord, and who takes care of every single moment of their existence. It is the call of the Guru to every Sikh and non-Sikh alike to realize their divine roots and merge with God while still alive, so that we will not have to suffer the pangs of life and of what lies beyond it. Guru Nanak's physical presence was blessed upon this world to lead the way for those that were either being oppressed or were the oppressors, each having forgotten the true path to God. Born into a humble family, Guru Nanak's path was that of the saint who could protect himself and of the soldier who was equally committed towards godly values. The same saint soldier stood out to protect the others too from oppression. A bridge between two warring faiths, Guru Nanak created a new path that was distinct from both and which would serve as an example on how to balance one's life in both temporal and spiritual endeavors. While other spiritual gurus and saints attained enlightenment in the course of their lives, Guru Nanak was born enlightened, and he came to answer the call of the cries of humanity, suffering at the hands of their own ignorance and suppression. Suni pukar datar prabh, Guru Nanak jug mein pataya. The benefactor Lord listened to the cries of humanity and sent Guru Nanak to this world. Guru Nanak assumed 10 different forms over a period of 239 years as the light of divine wisdom traversed and finally settled in the form of Guru Granth Sahib. Within this long period of time was filled with each form building the foundations of Sikhi and giving it the final form that would stand the test of time. That is the legacy of Guru Nanak that filled Sikh history with unparalleled scriptural compositions, selfless sacrifices, and service to humanity that changed the course of the history of India. Guru Nanak's life and mission encompassed the essence of the worship of one God, righteous living, and serving the needy. He lived by example on what his Sikh's outlook to life was destined for, to emancipate oneself through Shabad Guru, and at the same time help emancipate the downtrodden the afflicted, and the unconditional care for one another. The philosophy of Guru Nanak did not accept empty ritualism, the discrimination by division of man in classes of caste and creed that stood in the way of the individual towards liberation of their soul. His life's earning composed almost 1,000 verses that form part of the Guru Granth Sahib and that encapsulate the wisdom and works of the other Sikh Gurus and selected verses of enlightened beings from both the Hindu and Muslim faiths. Kanyo tikhi, valo nikki, et marg jana. The path they take is sharper than a two-edged sword and finer than a hair. Guru Nanak's path certainly wasn't an easy one. That's why he was called upon by the Creator to lead it, and his exemplified Sikhi laid the path for his Sikhs on how to live an ideal life that would bring honor both in this life and the next. His timeless wisdom continues to remain relevant in today's day and age, that if one is to liberate one's own soul from the endless births and deaths and merge with the Creator while still alive, one needs to study and contemplate on the true Guru, Shabad Guru. Kahe Nanak vichar dekho, vin Satgur mukt na paye. Says Nanak, contemplate this and see that without the true Guru there is no liberation. Within a span of 70 years of his earthly life and calling, Guru Nanak is considered a model of interreligious harmony, a philosophical legacy that is relevant, important, and sorely needed to this very day, bringing the differences between men of religion and bringing service to the very feet of humanity. Guru Nanak arrived at that hour of need when northern India was bleeding from centuries of oppression and religious bigotry, where men of different faiths were each fighting for their own existence, one for freedom and the other for complete domination. Though he committed himself to family life alongside his spiritual mission, he sacrificed a period of 30 years when he was away on his journey spanning thousands of kilometers as he propagated the message of a Bani that was revealed to him directly from his Creator Lord. Taking him to far-off lands, his journeys with his lifelong companion by Mardana, his intention was to reach out equally to the common man and the spiritually elevated, both who needed clarity and focus in their quests towards living a blissful existence and attaining God at the same time. Guru Nanak's path was simple, free from dogma, ritualism, priesthood, and unfounded belief, and established the sure path to God through Naam, adherence to Gurmat values, Daan, charitable works, Ishnan, immersion into devotion to Shabad Guru, Seva, service to the needy, and Simran, contemplation on the Word of God. His teachings through Shabad Guru were so profound and direct that he succeeded in reforming the afflicted by removing any intermediary, including his own self, between them and the God of all, which otherwise was the cause of their pitiful condition. His Shabad was universal, and every man had the right to it, was exclusive to none, which also expounded that every righteous faith leads to the same divine being, and that no one is superior and no one inferior. The people of his time had subjected themselves for far too long in believing that either they were not deserving of God or had the unchallengeable connection to God. That was the very cause of conflict that Guru Nanak resolved through Shabad Guru, and remains relevant to peoples of all faiths, including to his own Sikhs. Though he was stranger to none by his way of his personal approach, his path was considered revolutionary and even dangerous to those that were intoxicated by power and did not want to let go of the influence on those they considered their lowly subjects. Either way, his mission triumphed, and his legacy is what we celebrate today, and generations to come will find it hard to ignore or overlook his gift to humanity, the timeless wisdom of Guru Granth Sahib, and the Sikhs who remain committed to his path. गुर सतगुर का जो सिख अखाए, सो पल के उठ हर नाम त्यावै। उद्यम करे पल के प्रभाती, इशनान करे अमृतसर नावै। उपदेश गुरु हर हर जप जापै, सब किल विख पाप दोख लह जावै। फिर चढ़े दिवस गुरबाणी गावै, बहदियां उठदियां हर नाम त्यावै। जो सास गिरास त्याए मेरा हर हर, सो गुरसिख गुरु मन पावै। जिसनों दयाल होवै मेरा स्वामी, तिस गुरसिख गुरु उपदेश सुनावै। जन नानक तोड़ मंगै तिस गुरसिख की, जो आप जपै अवरह नाम जपावै। One who calls himself a Sikh of the Guru, the true Guru, shall rise in the early morning hours and meditate on the Lord's name. Upon arising early in the morning, he is to bathe and cleanse himself in the pool of nectar. Following the instructions of the Guru, he is to chant the name of the Lord, Har Har. All sins, misdeeds, and negativity shall be erased. Then, at the rising of the sun, he is to sing Gurbani. whether sitting down or standing up, he is to meditate on the Lord's name. One who meditates on my Lord, Har Har, with every breath and every morsel of food, that Guru Sikh becomes pleasing to the Guru's mind. That person upon whom my Lord and Master is kind and compassionate, upon that Guru Sikh the Guru's teachings are bestowed. Servant Nanak begs for the dust of the feet of that Guru Sikh who himself chants the Naam and inspires others to chant it. Gurbani defines the true Sikh of the Guru as one who lives by the teachings and instructions of Shabad Guru. There is no mistaking that a complete Sikh is one who reflects the image of the Guru both inside and outside. A Sikh is to live one's life truthfully and through Gurbani, overcome the vices of the mind and keep the body alert and prepared in earning the wealth of the Naam, adherence to the wisdom of Shabad Guru, so as to fulfill the divine purpose of the human existence on earth. So Sikh Sakha Bandap hai pai, je gur ke paane vich aave. He alone is a Sikh, a friend, a relative, and a sibling who walks in the way of the Guru's will. As per the Gurmat Sikh Rahat Maryada, a Sikh is to ever remain committed to Shabad Guru alone, owing allegiance to no other faith, but yet considers no one inferior and no one superior. Living by Gurmat is what defines a Sikh. Gurmat is reading Gurbani with meanings to understand Guru's wisdom. It is the advice, instructions, and hukam of the Guru, and shows us right from wrong. Living as a Sikh is to adhere to Sikh Rahat Maryada, abstain from the 5 vices of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, and Ahankar, to aspire to become the Khalsa by partaking in Khande di Pahal. Rani rahe soi Sikh mera, may my Sikh remain forever obedient to the Rahat. The Guru expects obedience to his instructions if we are to consider ourselves as a Sikh, for it took centuries of sacrifices and hard work for our Gurus to bless us with the Sikh identity and principles, so that we may stand out and be a true reflection of all that they stood for in the defense of our freedom as equal men and women of our Creator Lord, Vaheguru. Kyun paiye Gurdwaro? How can we find the Guru's door? Asked how to find the Guru's door, Guru Nanak responded that it is only through the support of Naam the name of the Lord. So, according to Guru Granth Sahib, a Gurdwara is not necessarily a physical place, but is the access to the wisdom of Shabad Guru that we study and apply in our life to become the ideal Sikh of the Guru. The mind is the Gurdwara, where the Prakash of Shabad Guru is to be ever present, the wisdom of it that illuminates our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. Shabad Guru is the teacher, and our mind is the Sikh, just as Guru Nanak confirms it. Shabad Guru Surat Tunchela. The Shabad is the Guru upon whom I lovingly focus my consciousness. I am the Chela, the disciple. Externally too, the Gurdwara can serve as a reminder to what our minds need to understand through practice of the values of Gurmat, Gurbani and Rahat. The Guru Granth Sahib's royal presence within the Gurdwara is the Guru's Darbar. The Nishan Sahib is the testimony to the sovereignty of our distinct identity. The Langar continues from the day Guru Nanak established the institution to serve those truly in need. Kirtan sung in the presence of the Guru reminds us that Gurbani is not just a song but the exposition of divine truth. The ardas we offer before Shabad Guru is a call to the Guru to either thank him or to ask of him whatever we may need as per Gurmat values. And Guru Ki Sangat signifies that collectively we are never to feel alone and that the Guru is ever with us, even physically. The Gurdwara is the home of our Guru's family, the place of solace, the place of grace and of benevolence, and an institution where we come to learn the values of all that the Guru taught us to become. Wise, Gurmukh, kind, loving, truthful, brave, united, compassionate, and merciful. Gurbani inspires us to create the same environment of the Gurdwara in our homes and in our own beings, for no matter where we are, if the mind is not present in Shabad Guru, then we will not experience him anywhere. The Gurdwara is to be the ideal home where we reside in unison with the Guru, never distant and ever connected, no matter where we may go in the world. सूरा सो पहचानिए जो लरे दीन के हेत. He alone is known as spiritually brave who fights in defense of religion. As an ancient and sacred martial heritage, Sikh Gurus perfected the art of Gatka to serve both as a physical workout and as an unfailing form of warfare that can, against all odds, challenge even the greatest of the enemy. Its importance was to empower and equip every Sikh to be capable of defense of self or of another, where righteousness and freedom of truth is at stake, without fear of losing life or limb, so as to attain victory of the mortal enemies and to earn the blessings of the Guru in the effort to uphold their teachings and hukum. चूं कर अज हमा हीलते दरगुज़श्त हलाल अश्त बर्दन बा शमशीर दस्त. When all has been tried, yet justice is not in sight, it is then right to pick up the sword, it is then right to fight. It is the sacred duty of every Sikh to learn the art of warfare in the form of Gatka, a distinct discipline that makes the mind alert and responsive, maintains the body in a near perfect condition, and makes the soul fearless, compassionate, and tranquil. These are the very values and beliefs that were the secret behind the victories of our Gurus and of the Khalsa armies over the enemy, for they fought not to dominate but to crush oppression over self and against the vulnerable and the weak. Gatka is that sacred form of warfare that also reminds us of the war that we are to wage within our mind against our vices with the weapon of the wisdom of Shabad Guru. In essence, Gatka is the dance of the spiritual warrior who steps onto the battlefield with his mind enjoined to Guru Granth Sahib, committed to the Guru's hukum and filled with love for all as they fight not to defeat but to conquer the hearts of even the enemy. It is the temporal weapon to balance the world and keep injustice at bay and remain ever prepared to serve in the ultimate glory of God. Khalsa Akal Purkh ki Fauj, Pragatyo Khalsa Paramatam ki Mauj. Jab lag Khalsa rahe nyara, tab lag tej kyo main sara. Khalsa is God's army. It is sustained by the will of the Almighty. While the Khalsa remains pure, I will give it all my strength. Guru Sahib reminds us who we belong to, what our duty is to He who created us, and how we are to defend both mind and body as the true saint soldiers of Guru Nanak. Sikhi is a massive institution that has taken centuries to be put together and continues to remain steadfast in its ideals, principles and values by being inspired through Gurbani and other religious songs that complement it. Though Sikhs are entrusted to Guru Granth Sahib alone, which we all need to make our personal commitment to study and imbibe, Dharmic Geet also serve to infuse faith, pride, and courage within us as we remember our Sikh Gurus, our great martyrs, and episodes of our history that need to be preserved for our generations to come. These songs of glory and remembrance are a tribute to our past, and when we connect to our history, we remain rooted to what was of value and importance to our Gurus and for the greater well-being of all humanity.